Men, let's stop lying to ourselves. If women keep walking out of your life, it's not their problem. It's yours. You're messing up, and it's time we called you out on it. This isn't a pity party. This is a wake-up call. If you're not ready to face the truth, click away. But if you've got the guts to improve, stay tuned, because I'm going to break down the 7 brutal, no BS mistakes you're making that are driving women away. And believe me, it's going to sting. 1. Being in a hurry to start a relationship. Here's the cold, hard truth. Rushing into a relationship isn't romantic. It's pathetic. When you're in a hurry to lock things down, it tells a woman one thing: you're desperate. And desperation is a huge turn-off. Why? Because it signals that you don't have options, you lack confidence, and you're relying on her to fill the empty spaces in your life. That's not attractive. It's burdensome. Women are biologically wired to look for strength, not weakness. Rushing sends the exact opposite signal. Think about it. Why do you want to jump into a relationship so fast? Is it because you're afraid of being alone? Because you think this might be your only chance? If so, you're showing her that you're not a man in control of his own life. Instead, you're acting like a drowning man clutching at straws, hoping she'll save you. Newsflash: women don't want to rescue you, they want to admire you. The irony is that the more you rush, the less likely she is to commit. Women need time to feel a connection, to build trust, and to see if you're worth investing in. But when you try to fast-track the process, you rob her of that experience. It's not flattering, it's smothering. And nothing screams "run" louder than a man who doesn't respect a woman's timeline. A real man isn't afraid of taking his time. He knows that patience shows strength. It says, "I'm confident in who I am, and I don't need to rush into anything to feel validated." So slow down, focus on building yourself up, and let the relationship happen naturally. If you can't do that, you're not ready for one. 2. Being overly possessive. Let's talk about possession. When you act possessive, you're not showing love, you're showing fear. And fear is the opposite of attraction. When you constantly ask, "Where are you? Who are you with? Why didn't you text me back?" You think you're being protective. But from her perspective, you're being a controlling, insecure nightmare. Women don't want to feel like property. When you're overly possessive, you're telling her, "I don't trust you. I think you're going to leave me for someone better." And do you know what happens when you constantly accuse someone of something? They start thinking about it. Your possessiveness becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're not keeping her close, you're pushing her away. Here's the truth. You can't stop someone from leaving if they want to leave, and trying to control her only makes her want to leave faster. A woman who feels trapped will always look for a way out. So instead of clinging to her, focus on making yourself the kind of man she doesn't want to leave. The Stoics had it right. Control what you can and let go of what you can't. You can't control her actions, her feelings, or her loyalty, but you can control how you show up. Be confident in yourself and let her make her own decisions. If she's worth it, she'll stay. If she's not, you'll survive and thrive. 3. Talking about your ex too much. You might think you're being honest when you talk about your ex. Maybe you think it shows you're open, vulnerable, or emotionally available. But here's what it actually shows. You're still not over her. And no woman wants to feel like she's competing with a ghost. When you bring up your ex, you're telling your new partner, "I'm not done processing my baggage." And you know what? That's your baggage to deal with, not hers. Women aren't looking to be your emotional dumping ground. They're not here to fix you, heal you, or help you get closure. They want to know that you're fully present and focused on building something new with them, not dragging them into the mess of your past. Let's flip the script. Imagine you're on a date and she keeps bringing up her ex. How would you feel? You'd feel like a placeholder, a rebound, a second choice. That's exactly how she feels when you do it. If you're still hung up on your ex, do yourself and her a favor. Stay single. Work on yourself. Heal. Don't drag someone else into your unresolved issues. Here's the golden rule. The past is the past. Leave it there. Women don't care about your history. They care about how you're showing up now. Be here, be present, and give her your full attention. Anything less, and you're just sabotaging yourself. 4. Pushing for sex too soon. This is where a lot of guys screw up big time. You meet a woman, you're attracted to her, and your first instinct is to close the deal. But here's the problem. When you push for sex too soon, you're not showing attraction. You're showing desperation. And desperation, as we've already established, is the ultimate turnoff. Sex isn't just physical for women, it's emotional. When you rush into it, you're skipping over the emotional connection that makes it meaningful. Worse, you're signaling that you don't respect her boundaries, her timeline, or her comfort. That's not just unattractive, it's predatory. Here's the harsh truth. If all you're after is sex, you're not a man. You're a boy. A real man understands that intimacy is about more than just the act. It's about connection, trust, and respect. If you can't wait for those things to develop, you don't deserve the privilege of being with her. 5. Being stingy. Let's get one thing straight. Women don't care how much money you have. They care about how you use it. When you're stingy, you're not just saving money, you're signaling scarcity. You're telling her, I don't have enough to give, whether that's time, energy, or resources. And do you know what scarcity leads to? Fear, insecurity, doubt. Generosity isn't about money, it's about mindset. It's about showing that you're abundant, confident, and willing to invest in the people you care about. That doesn't mean you have to shower her with gifts or pay for everything. It means you show her that you're not afraid to give because you know you'll always have enough. 6. Not being straightforward. This one is simple. Ambiguity kills trust. When you're not straightforward, when you dodge questions, send mixed signals, or beat around the bush, you're not protecting yourself. You're making yourself look weak. Women don't want to guess how you feel or try to decode your intentions. They want clarity. And if you can't provide that, they'll find someone who will. Being straightforward isn't about being harsh or overly blunt. It's about being honest. It's about having the courage to say what you mean and mean what you say. When you avoid directness, you're not just confusing her, you're eroding her respect for you. Ambiguity comes off as cowardice. It tells her you're too afraid to handle the truth or face the consequences of your words. Here's the harsh reality. If you can't be upfront with her, you're not ready for a relationship. Relationships require vulnerability, and vulnerability requires honesty. If you're hiding your feelings, playing games, or avoiding difficult conversations, you're proving one thing. You lack the emotional maturity to build a strong connection. And don't think she doesn't notice. Women are incredibly intuitive. They can sense when you're holding back, and it's a massive turnoff. It makes her feel like she can't trust you, and once that trust is gone, the relationship is doomed. Being straightforward doesn't mean being perfect. It means being real. It means owning your feelings, your mistakes, and your intentions. A man who can look a woman in the eye and tell her the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, is a man who commands respect. And respect is the foundation of attraction. So stop hiding. Speak your truth. It's the only way to build something real. 7. Timidity. Timidity is the silent killer of attraction. When you're timid, when you hesitate, hold back, or fail to assert yourself, you're not just being shy, you're being invisible. And in a world full of confident men, invisibility is a death sentence for your chances with women. Women don't want perfection. They don't want arrogance, but they do want boldness. They want a man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to go after it. Timidity, on the other hand, screams fear. It tells her, "I'm not sure of myself, so I can't be sure of us." Think about it. Would you trust a leader who's too afraid to make decisions? Of course not. And women won't trust a man who's too scared to take charge. Confidence isn't about being the loudest guy in the room. It's about being the one who can make decisions, take risks, and stand his ground when it matters. Timidity also kills attraction because it forces her to take the lead. And while women can and do lead in many areas, they don't want to be in charge of your confidence. If she has to push you to make a move, to stand up for yourself, or to show ambition, she'll start seeing you as a project, not a partner. Here's the truth. Life rewards boldness. Women are drawn to men who are willing to step out of their comfort zones, who take risks, and who own their decisions. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be decisive. Stop second-guessing yourself. Stop waiting for permission. Step up, take action, and show her that you're not afraid to be seen. And if you fail, good. Failure is a sign of effort, and effort is attractive. Timidity, on the other hand, is the absence of effort. It's choosing safety over growth, fear over action, and that's not the kind of energy that keeps a woman around. So ask yourself, are you willing to stay invisible, or are you ready to be the man who commands attention? The choice is yours. Every one of these mistakes is a choice, and every choice you make determines the man you become. If you're tired of losing, tired of being overlooked, tired of being the guy who's always chasing, then stop. Stop making these mistakes. Start becoming the man women want to stay with, not run from. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And it starts now. Subscribe for more brutally honest truths. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, the first step to change is accountability. Are you ready to take it?